Okay, last trip of the season. This is day 89 of my camping season. I've been in the backcountry camping for 89 days today, and it's almost over. So this is very bittersweet. I'm excited for this route. I'm on Wabash Lake, I think it's called, and I'm paddling up Farm Creek to a lake I've wanted to go to for a long time. It's got a good reputation for fishing and just scenery, and especially given its proximity to Toronto. I was in Mississauga this morning and I'm already here, and it's like 9:30 or something. Got breakfast on the way, so not that far. And that lake is Island Lake, and from there I'll be trying to connect it back to the Magnetewan River through a series of lakes. And it is a known route, but by the sound of it, the portages are not very good. Possibly unlocatable, so we'll see. I want to go down through Wolf, Duck, and Sinclair, and some other smaller lakes, and spend some time in there, get back to the Magnetewan, and then either do another big loop down south or cut right back across the Magnetewan. So, very excited for this trip, but very sad that the season's almost over. Fall colors have finally come in. It's October 9th today. It's Thanksgiving Monday. Had great turkey yesterday, so I'm fueled up, ready to go. In addition to the fall colors, I saw a really nice red fox bounding across the road on the access road in here. And I think I saw a couple deer. If you ever want to make really boring YouTube videos, describe how you think you saw wildlife. You're not even sure if you did. You certainly don't have footage of it. That's how you make a boring YouTube video. Pro tip. At the third portage, up Farm Creek now. Goes past that little hunt camp, and up there it looks like. Fall colors have been beautiful on the way up. It's been super peaceful, very calm, very hot. It's October 9th, as I mentioned, and I am overheating. I was wrong. The trail actually goes right behind the hunt camp here. I always feel awkward going around someone's camp. Coming up to the first beaver dam, first of many it sounds like. I think there are at least 6 leading into Island Lake. Here's an important part of the route. Up Farm Creek, it branches off here, which is straight. It seems like it's the way to go, but that's actually a different creek, Cramadog Creek. You have to take a hard left here, back this way. At least I'm assuming it's this way. It looks like it on GPS. I've never done this before, this route. And this will take you up to Island Lake. I'm sure a lot of people have gone that way before. Don't know how far it goes, but probably a ways. Stopped here for some lunch on some nice exposed rock, and you could even camp here if you needed to. It's just not very flat back there, but it is clear and good water access. Just great fall colors here. So beautiful. This creek is just lovely. There's more current than I would have expected. Makes a difference. Going with a creek, going against a creek like this probably slows you down 15%. If you're going with it, it speeds you up 15%. So it would be much nicer to be coming down this creek, that's for sure. It's a bush plane flying in. It's just constant meandering on this creek. Typical creek, but this is pretty much as they meander. People say give yourself a lot of time for Farm Creek, and I'm seeing why. It's pretty slow, but nice. Water levels seem to be pretty good. I think I'm passing what would have been a beaver dam right now, and I'm going right over it, so water levels are pretty good, I guess. I've only had to cross that one beaver dam so far. That was the only one that needed a lift over. And every time I come around the corner like this, sharp turn, no visibility, I'm just wondering if there's gonna be a bull moose waiting around the corner. Because definitely in the rut now. I don't know if there's much of a moose population here. There's definitely some, but yeah, I wouldn't want to disturb a bull moose in the rut. People might not be happy about that. Honesty, I'm not completely here right now. Someone special back home, and I'm really missing them. Especially tonight. My boys in blue. The Leafs playing Chicago tonight. I wish I could tune in. Already missed the opener. Did see the home opener. Wonderful. I love this team. I don't hate it, but it's always harder to go tripping when there are sports games I care about. Last year, I couldn't go in the fall much because of the Jays playoffs. In the spring, I have to go camping, but I always hate missing hockey playoffs. You make big sacrifices to be out here, you know? Really shallow here at this little rapid. Tons of minnows. It's got me wondering if there are any brookies in here, maybe. Okay, I'm at the last portage into Island Lake. You go around this bridge and some swifts, I guess. Nothing too serious, but not paddleable. There are a bunch of big pines on this portage route up Farm Creek. Unexpected and nice. This one's even bigger. Huge. Been seeing quite a few of them this summer. Not getting old. Unlike the pines. Ha 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 ha. Here's another big pine for reference. And here is a fatty. It's really two pines, both enormous, but the trunk converges there. I don't know if the dendrologists would say that this is one tree or two, but it's absolutely massive. I can't even fit it in the frame when I'm touching it. It's got to be 2 meters wide. Island Lake, we made it last. Took 6 hours to get in here from the launch at a pretty leisurely pace. Stopped to have lunch too. And I haven't slept all that well lately, so I'm pretty tired after today. You definitely go for a nap, but there's not enough time left in the day. Not enough daylight left in the day anymore at this time of year for napping. Can't waste daylight. Be dark in 3 hours, so. Anyway, just looking for a campsite now. I've already passed a few. There's one right over here. And I don't know. There's a small island right in the middle of the lake that I'm targeting. It probably has a sunset view, and hopefully, because it's a smaller island, deters big groups. This lake does have ATV access, which is not ideal. And there's a fly-in lodge on it, which is probably not operating at this time of year. I do not hear or see anyone on the lake right now, so I may have it to myself. Well, I don't have the lake to myself. I just heard a boat, and they pulled into like a camp back over there behind me. So, the island I was going to stay on is right there. I'm not going to stay on it now because it's in plain view of the camp. So I'm going to go around kind of back where I came from and put a huge island in between myself and that camp. Got camp pretty much set up, and now this is all I need. I've had way too much sun today. I had my shirt off almost all day because it was just too hot to have it on. And yeah, on top of just other exhaustion, I just want to lie in the hammock. It's absolutely lovely. It's too nice for October 9th. This can't be. It's Thanksgiving Monday, so I'm thankful for this. It's just awesome. Before sunset, I am going to head up. There's a little hill over that way, and I'm going to hike it up and check out the view. And I should probably put some food in my belly at some point, but that's it for today. If I fish, I'll just fish off the shoreline here. I don't think I'm getting back in the canoe today. Here's the view from the hill. Nothing too special. It's nice, but it's kind of a rite of passage on Island Lake, so I hear. Or a rite of portage in this case. I need to be a father. My dad jokes are on point. It's probably not a good reason to have kids. But is there really a good reason? So, for Island Lake, I give it probably 6 out of 10. 7 if I'm being generous. You see all these bugs? I need it to be cold again. I've had enough. Yeah, a big factor in that being the lack of seclusion. Too many cabins, or at least a few, plus a fly-in lodge, ATV access, couple cached boats at the portage. So, that's just a huge drawback. There are too many routes where if you do four portages, you're not going to see any boats, and those are the ones that I prefer. So, nice, but not a gem. I'm looking forward to the rest of the route. Thankfully, I'm only planning on staying here tonight. And then tomorrow I'll head to Wolf Lake, and looking forward to that one and some of the subsequent lakes on the way to the Magnetewan River, hopefully, if I make it. See how the portages are, if they exist. I've read online that this is a really good bass fishing lake, so I haven't run into anything yet since I trolled for over an hour while I was checking out the lake and got nothing. But there are lots of surface breaches here in this channel, so I'll be surprised if I don't get into something. Lots of them, like constant all over. I had to come out in the canoe. They were just a little beyond where I could cast to. Might be perch. I think there are perch in this lake because it's all small. There's not one big gulp from a big bass. I'm not hearing any of that. It's all really tiny. Still, I'm surprised something's not nipping at this bait. It's not very fitting to have no catches on Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be a day of bounty. I had a disgusting dinner. Disgustingly unhealthy. Not in taste. I had cookies, a donut, and some chips. Oh, and some carrots and celery. Just to round it out for a complete meal. Well, I'm just trolling now back to camp. Shockingly, not a bite. Can't believe it. I swear I heard some huffing just like 100 meters toward the island, the hill, which is fun. Makes firewood gathering that much more exciting. I wasn't even planning on having a fire, so I didn't get much firewood, but it's super clear. Super clear. I wish video could capture stars, or if you can, I don't know how. Not effectively. But stars are coming out. It's not even late. I don't know, maybe it's 8 o'clock. The moon's gonna come out pretty soon, I think, and ruin it, so I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can. When I went on that walk up the hill, I did see some poop, which I would guess was canine. Could have been someone's dog if they brought one here. Entirely possible, but I doubt it. Yeah, there's definitely something on this island. That's not me. Could make for the most memorable Thanksgiving ever. Still not close, but I can hear something. I think I just heard some wolves. I've been keeping an eye on the hockey game, and it just ended. Leafs were down 2-1 or 3-1. Tied it up late in the third, and Austin Matthews scored an overtime winner. So, I am dead inside. I can't miss games like that. I'm a Leafs fan. I've had so little joy. I need this.